The things that block you will ultimately free you if you allow yourself to accept and move through them, rather than try to change them, ignore them, redirect them. The blocks that we have, you know, either gained or built throughout this lifetime or through our ancestors, like our bloodline, or through society, those are all part of our mission on earth. Our soul, what I know to be true, has decided to collect these certain lessons, these certain experiences, to have a deeper experience of remembering the truth of who you are, the truth of who we all are, right? This one infinite consciousness, this infinite abundance, this unconditional love. That's where we get to go home to at the end. But the other part of the unconditional love and infinite abundance is acceptance. And so when we can truly learn to accept ourselves and accept others, then we get to be free of the things that once seemed so impossible to move through, that once seemed like, you know, they were going to control our life forever, or maybe you couldn't even see them. Maybe the block and the patterns and the human mind, the unconscious that we're all born with and get to face, maybe it's distracted you so much to the point where you can't even, up until this point, really recognize what the block is. And that's okay too, because there's so many strategies to start to understand. And really it starts with awareness and becoming the observer. I don't want to butcher this quote, but it was, it's like, no, I don't know how to say it. I'm not going to try, but it's kind of like what you're seeking is the one watching what you're seeking, kind of something like that. And so all this time we think that, you know, we want these things, we want like bigger and better and whatever it is that you want. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you're really aligned with your soul. But at the root of all of it is just the I am, right? The I am that I am. And there's really no human words to explain that, to explain what we're really searching for other than remembrance. We're really just trying to remember in all that it is. And so we're not trying to create the perfect life. We're not trying to become free of all that troubles us, right? Because in trying to become free of all that troubles us, we're not accepting it. And we can't, some of us are so good at doing the work, right? That we know if we can accept parts of ourselves that have been holding us back, that then we can be free. But that's not true acceptance. It's really just going through a day-to-day experience and seeing what's coming up. Maybe you're in a room of people and you just have imposter syndrome. That's what I was listening to, and that's what kind of sparked this whole topic today. Oh, there's a little black kitty. By the way, I'm in France right now. Yesterday I was in Barcelona. Right now I'm in Nimes. I know, I'm saying it wrong. I'm in Nimes right now. And then I'm gonna go see the van and hopefully buy it today. So yesterday I was on the road all day. I didn't really have time to sit down and record because I was really just kind of not maybe survival mode, but working through everything that was coming up at each moment, because every single moment yesterday it was like a new thing, like trying to figure out how to charge this electric car and accounts not working and having to like make new accounts, and just like banks, like trying to set up a French bank account and going to one and then it's closed, and then going to the next one and then they can't do it because they take too long, and then they're like, here's the perfect one, and that not working. And so, oh, sorry if it's also really loud here. I chose this last minute because my car also broke down yesterday, and I'm sitting there and it's saying it can't charge and I had no more battery, and I was like, you know, so each moment by moment. And I was in this really interesting place yesterday of not responding to pretty much not responding to each situation. I don't even know if I would call it a block, but it was very similar. It was like when we when we choose the thing that we want, our soul wants, right? When we decide that we're going to up level, not become better, but just more aligned with our soul, then we're going to be faced with all the parts of ourselves that are unresolved, like the blocks. And so each manifestation of a situation is going to reflect a lot of those situations. So say it's like the car breaks down and I'm in the middle of nowhere, like nowhere as in I don't speak the language, I don't know, you know, it's very foreign to me. And the electric car is very foreign to me, and that could have made me feel powerless. That could have made me feel like, you know, like I was incapable, like I was just going to be stuck there, like I was unsafe. All those things that they have been a part of my story, my human experience. I know a lot of people have had this similar type of pattern. There's very few patterns. Like when you get to the root of each pattern and block, it's usually just not feeling loved, right? It's like you're feeling like an imposter. And then you ask that part of yourself. This was from the podcast with Krista and on the Almost 30 and one of her friends. And so it's like you're the imposter, you're feeling like an imposter. You ask that part of yourself, why am I feeling like an imposter? Like what would happen if I stopped feeling like this in this moment in this room? Then the voice might tell you like, well, I need to feel this way in order to continue to achieve. And then it's like, why do you need to achieve? And just ask that voice with total acceptance, like, sweetheart, like, babe, darling, why do you need to feel like you have to achieve? Well, because I need to be enough. I need to be loved. And usually it's that. I want to be loved. I want to belong. I want to, you know, be enough. And so there's very few root causes of the things that are holding us back. And we have to just make the space to realize like what's coming up. And so when the car wasn't starting, and because I had been studying all this like topic the whole day, and I'm sitting there, it's dark, I'm like, the people who I got the rental car from, like no one's helping, like I'm calling. And that's also one of my, you know, beliefs that I am letting go, is that no one helps when things go wrong. You know, chronic illness with Lyme disease, it was like incurable, no one could help. When I got stuck in Mexico because of the passport issue and I was literally stuck there, no one would help me. And it was like all these tough experiences then create that pattern and that block within ourselves. And so then yesterday I had the opportunity to turn to it, you know, sitting in the car, not really sure what's gonna happen, and just saying, okay, I am so sure that I am guided. I am so sure that at the end of this human experience, I go home to infinity. I go home to unconditional love. I go home to my truth. Like I know in my core that I'm an infinite being, that I'm one with God. And so there's really nothing to fear. And if I lean into my angels and guides, and I lean into all that I believe and know to be, not even believe, but know to be true, then I'm safe. And then there's a solution to this. And I'm not joking you, like this was maybe 45 to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, car's not working, saying service charge, blah, 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 like red messages on the screen. I'm on the phone, I'm like, I need help, no one's helping. And then I was just like, wow, like I accept all these parts of myself. What an interesting manifestation to show me, to give that voice a louder voice so that I could see her, hear her, and, you know, hold her. So I'm sitting in the car, I'm looking at Arlo, I'm like, it's gonna be okay, my dog. And then the car starts working. You know, I finally got someone that like gave me a phone number for customer service that might have worked. And then the car started working. The error message went away. I was like, okay, plugged it in, and it started charging. I was like, all right, like, let's go. And so then the car charged, and I was able to book a hotel close by just so that I could not have any more issues, just in case. But I think that the error message is gone, because this morning I even charged again. And so that's kind of what I'm saying, is like the way through the block is acceptance, acceptance of the part of you that's trying to talk to you, and you will continue, as you continue to choose the life that you want that's aligned with your soul, you will continue to face those blocks within you in physical manifestation. And it is your opportunity to set yourself free by turning towards the block and listening to the part of you. And that's the key too, is it's a part of you. It's starting to rain. It's not you. The truth of who you are, you'll have to find that out for yourself. But what I know is that it's not that block. That block has just, it's carried you until here. And so you have the choice. Listen, accept. Listen, accept. You know, and that is how you alchemize it. Don't respond. Don't create stories and identities with those blocks, those things that come up within those, you know, stressful contrast moments. Say, you know, I create my reality. This is all a reflection of me. The way that people talk to you, if it's in an undesirable way, the way that situations happen, like, you know, a car breaking down, all these things, they're happening because of something going on within your mind. And so just search by being present, listening, and then accepting and saying, I accept you as part of me. I love you. You did your best in that situation. When that first came up, you know, I don't know if it was the Lyme disease situation for me or if it was before. You know, it's probably before, because our subconscious is really designed, like, mostly until the age of 7. It's recording, it's taking in everything that's around us, all of our experiences, how we were receiving love, how our parents were receiving love, how they were dealing with money, what they were saying, the energy they were putting off. You know, all of that was being collected and collected and collecting and forming our subconscious. And our subconscious, you know, it's not the easiest thing to look at, because it's not the conscious mind operating. But even like your dreams are a good way too to look at your subconscious. Like this morning I woke up and it was like so clear, you know, it kind of deciphered the feelings that were going on, how that was also a physical manifestation, just like how the car breaking down was a physical manifestation. So I woke up and I was like, even though I felt like I was doing the bare minimum in my life before, and I felt like, you know, I was doing something wrong by just trying to survive, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. Now I'm trying to do just love and accept, because forgiveness doesn't even really exist when you know that we're all one. When you know that the things to forgive are not even part of us, they're part of the unconscious. So when you can see the truth and lean into the truth and the oneness of us all, then it's pure unconditional love. That's just the truth of who we are. So there's nothing to forgive within that unity of us all. If that makes sense, which that was such a light bulb moment to me when I started learning that. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you're here with me on this page, seeing eye to eye with me, like this. Human experience. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. So you can set yourself free. You can set yourself free. Just listen, accept, and move through. The freedom comes to not responding. I could have been sitting in that car and saying, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. All these bad things could happen. But that would be playing into that. I can just see the parts of me, the feelings within my body, just observe, wow, I love you, you know, I accept you. I'm so sorry that you've been feeling like this and that, you know, no one was there to listen to you, but I accept you and I'm here for you and we're gonna get through this. That's the message for today. I hope that you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here, and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm gonna start packing up and getting on the road, and then hopefully buying this van if it's for the highest good, and we'll see. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.